Welcome to Study to Johnny. My name is Ronnie Andabwa, and on today's video I'm basically going to talk to you about how you can be a hypebeast in the 254. Now for those of us who are not familiar with the type hypebeast, a hypebeast is someone who is literally obsessed about the hype in terms of fashion, and they can do at most anything to get the item that is being hyped. So yeah, that's just simply what a hypebeast is. The first thing you need to be aware of if you want to be a hypebeast, you need to keep it vintage. From the way your clothes fit, to how you accessorize, to the accessories themselves, they need to be as vintage as possible. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now this is what I'm talking about, guys. You need to keep it as vintage as possible in your accessories, in the way your clothes fit. Just make sure you're keeping it vintage, because that is how we'll get to identify you as a hypebeast. Okay? Alright? Cool. Now on to the second way on how to be a hypebeast in Kenya. You need to put on brands. You need to wear brands. Brands that are being hyped. And I'm sure we all know the brands that are being hyped at the moment. From Gucci to Louis Vuitton to Supreme to Balenciaga to Givenchy to Adidas to Nikes to Off-White. I mean, these brands are so many, and you need to keep up with the brands because you're a hypebeast. You're trying to keep up with the hype. So that is the second thing you need to do if you want to be a hypebeast. Really invest your time in finding out the brands which are being hyped and just rock them. P.S. These brands are pretty expensive, so the choice is yours. Or you can decide to be a minimalist like some of us, you know. So that is the second thing you need to know if you want to be a hypebeast in the 254. Okay? Another tip, guys, and I'm not going to throw shades, but you know, it is what it is. The clothes, especially the pants you're rocking, they shouldn't be tight, because I see a lot of guys wear tight designer pants, which is wrong. To be a hypebeast, these clothes need to fit in a vintage type of way. They should be a little bit baggy. So that is another tip if you want to consider being a hypebeast, if you want to be considered being called a hypebeast. Your outfits need to be a little bit baggy. So yeah, check on the fit, guys. It's not the normal fit because it's hypebeast, and this is what we see in runways, in fashion shows. Hypebeast copy what they see in fashion shows, so you should be that if you want to be called a hypebeast. Alright? Cool. Now the third thing for you, if you want to be a hypebeast in Kenya, while taking photos, make sure your face is as straight as possible. No smoldering and all that. No, you know, just have a straight face. That's how we're going to identify you as a hypebeast, you know. And have some weird poses like this one or this one. Just have some weird type of poses. That's how we're going to know that you're a hypebeast. So yeah, that brings me to the end of today's video, guys. How to be a hypebeast in the 254. Just have brands. Just wear international brands. I mean, don't wear local brands and call yourself a hypebeast. Like, it's okay to support local brands and all that, but do not wear local brands and call yourself a hypebeast. So yeah, that brings me to the end of today's video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe if it has assisted you one way or another. I'll see you next time.